number one live show in the world, West Coast Poplock Podcast. Coming to you from PigzStudios in Compton, California. Featuring radio personality Super Steve Flores, comedian extraordinaire, that dude Johnny C, and Mr. I'll Do Anything for a Buck, Mario 81. So throw your dubs in the air and let's get ready to pop lock.
Let's go!
Woo! It's Tuesday night. You know what that means.
I didn't even have to tell Mario, look, you're going to have to do it
I know.
right now.
I already know. And you know what? See, I'm already running on autopilot because obviously we are...
Autopilot?
On autopilot because it's supposed to be Tuesday night, but it's not.
Yeah, special edition.
Right, but this is the number one live Tuesday podcast.
On Earth.
But on a Monday.
Whatever day I want.
Just not Sundays.
Whatever day I want,
just
except for Sunday.
Yeah.
But whatever day.
That's Pig's Day.
That's right.
It's Pig's Day. But, special day, same time.
We're late because we're doing what we do, talking about wrestling.
So good. So good. Yeah, man. Johnny, you know what episode we're on today?
No.
What?
95? 96?
94?
What are those? I don't know.
Yeah.
Something like that. Hooray.
Obviously, we were supposed to have a PCW owner on last week. Didn't happen. We got caught up talking with wrestling. And it just so happened that the wrestling god smiled upon us. Schedules were aligned. We had to shift a date around, but I don't think we could continue talking about wrestling without having the most choloest fucking dude that I know in the wrestling community.
God damn.
God, all the way from Santa Ana, Staten area, LiL Cholo.
Ooh, welcome.
What's up? Hey, thanks, guys. Thanks
Hell
for having me.
Welcome to the number one live Tuesday on a Monday podcast.
We have to tell you, if there's any question what it is that we do here, what we talk about is mostly Southern California culture and wrestling.
Yeah.
And so I can't think of a better guest to have in today than you. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
The chat is already lighting up. El Mero.
In the building.
Shout out to everyone logging into the West Coast Poplock Podcast. Guys, guess what? I made it simple now. You don't have to be jumping around. You can go to one link now to get to everything West Coast related. You go to lnk.bio. That's link bio / get this, Johnny, WCPP.
Oh, man. That was a lot of said a bunch of stuff. I don't know what any of that meant, but go there.
Yeah. You guys can follow that link if you're across the social medias. It's all on, I think, our Instagram. I'm not sure if it's on our Facebook yet, but guys, we're trying to streamline this, make it simple. So shout out to everyone logging in, and shout out to everyone logging into the local music experience. We are live. We're just doing it up here and doing it up everywhere. And we're going to be doing it up today with Lucha Wrestling.
So it was so... I know you're a wrestler, so you don't, and as an outsider, you meet wrestlers, like the thing that it's like, I don't know how cool they're going to be talking about wrestling. You know what it's like, this might be the last thing on earth that they want to talk about with some fans is wrestling. So the fact that you were the one to bring up wrestling, that makes me very happy to know that you're still a fan. So thank you.
Most wrestlers don't. Once they leave the ring or leave the arena, they don't want to talk about it, but I'm about it.
I love it.
100% all the time. Like, are you actually still watching everyone's product? Or do you still have a fan favorite? Are you still watching like WWE or AEW or any of these other cable stations, MLW?
I try to. I'm trying to. It's really hard with the schedule that I have, but I'm trying to. I watch a little bit of WWE there, AEW here and there, MLW. Mostly Lucha Libre, a lot of Japanese stuff, so... Just trying to stick with the times right now.
Is it? Because right now, as far like U.S. wrestling, this is an exciting time for all. Like the landscape is changing, all kinds of shit's happening. It's exciting in Mexico. Is it exciting in Mexico right now?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You can kind of feel like there's a little bit of competition.
Hell
a little bit of competition. Usually when that happens, it's like
everyone gets hungry.
Everybody's on their toes. Everybody's doing their best. And trying to outdo each other, And like I try to tell my students, it doesn't matter whether you're the first match or the main event. Always go out there and perform like if you're in the main event. Just
give it
go.
all.
Just give it your go.
that's when it becomes either authentic or not. Someone who tries, someone who you can tell who can kind of get stuff over. I mean, it's an interesting thing when you deal with the public and you're waiting on the public's response, and they're the ones who kind of make you or break you, and that's gnarly, man. I mean, I can only imagine. Johnny does stand-up comedy, so I mean, it just is equally as hard going up to some people if you don't get a reaction, or not the reaction, or I don't know, whatever it is that you guys need to feel in order to keep going.
Yeah, pretty much. They kind of describe what's it feel like to be a wrestler. It's almost like a DJ in a way.
Sure.
You turn up the volume whenever you want, and bring it down, and the tempos. You're messing with it. So that's pretty much the way that.
Which is all part of the skill set. Like, oh, hooray! You can do this. You can do that. Can you turn it up and turn it down as you please?
Exactly.
Can you get them where you want them to go? Like, that's the fucking skill set.
Exactly.
Just reading that crowd, knowing what to do, what not to do. I mean, I'm assuming you have to adjust yourself. I mean, per match, almost on the fly.
Yeah, for the most part. You never know what type of crowd you're going to be in front of. You're going to be able to. One time you'll get a lucha libre crowd. Nowadays they're really with the esto es lucha and stuff like that. Just like with a lot of the American crowds. Sometimes you're going to be in front of crowds where they're just sitting on their hands. They don't make any noise.
Nothing.
That's pretty awkward.
God damn.
And isn't New Japan style wrestling? They're very quiet. They don't really react, right? For the most part.
They do, but I guess when they need to.
Okay.
Yeah.
For only big moments, not the little
big
stuff?
Big moments. And then kind of towards the end of the matches, when they know it's like kind of 50-50, who's going to win, who's going to lose, that's when they really get into it.
That's to be rough wrestling out there. I mean,
Yeah.
shit. Yeah. But fuck, man. I can't wait to start talking any more about wrestling. You know what? Before even we get to that, dude, I mean, I haven't really come across too many interviews with you. What started you? I mean, I'm assuming WWE, or was it like Lucha Libre? Was your dad a wrestler? Was your grandpa a wrestler? Like, how did you fall into wrestling?
I liked it ever since I was a little kid. Seeing Hulk Hogan body slam Andre the Giant, that was like the earliest memory that I had.
Yeah.
I didn't really get into Lucha Libre until later on in like my teenage years. But for the most part, it was pretty much just WWF the whole time, my whole childhood. And then right around 94 is when I saw my first masked wrestler, which happened to be Rey Mysterio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then little by little, I just started watching more of that. I got into AAA, and that was pretty much it.
That's exactly like I think what you would hope for someone like Rey Mysterio is, hey, this exists. Hey, here's this guy and this whole other thing exists. And you're like, what the hell? And then you find,
Just looking at his size, I was like, I'm his size right now.
Right.
I thought he was like the same age as me when I saw him. And I was like, well, if he can do it, why can't I? But I just didn't know how to get into it. I didn't know there was such a thing as a wrestling school or whatever. So I just kept on being a fan.
How did you actually get started into, like, did you find out about a wrestling school, or?
So I I found out about it in middle school. A buddy of mine was walking around the school and he had a Perro Aguayo t-shirt on. And I said, hey, you like wrestling?
Hell
and he's like,
yeah.
yeah, my dad's a wrestler. And I was like, get the fuck out of here. Your dad ain't no wrestler. I don't know anybody that has a dad as a wrestler. But whatever.
Lying ass.
Lying. I remember going to the Anaheim Indoor Swap Meet with my mom, and we were walking around. I saw this sign that said, free lucha libre. And I said, Mom, do you mind if I go watch this? And she's like, yeah, I'm going to go shop and just, be nice and watch the show. I was like, all right, cool. Sat in the front row, and I started watching, and I was just amazed. I'd never seen anything up close and personal like that, besides WWF back in the day, but just being right there. And as a matter of fact, the very first match that I saw had the Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels.
Hell yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Long hair. He actually had hair.
That's a long time ago, man.
Long time ago.
At the swap meet.
He's doing his thing, and then a match had just finished, and then I felt a tap on my shoulder. I turned around, and it was my buddy from middle school. And he's like, what are you doing here? I'm like, what are you doing here? And he's like, my dad runs this. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, my dad's a wrestler. You just didn't believe me. And I was like,
That's what I tried to tell you.
yeah. So he's like, do you want to meet him? And I was like, sure. And, his name is Martin Marin. He wrestles under the name El Genio. He's the owner of WPW, World Power Wrestling. And we met that day, and he goes, oh, yeah, my son talks about you. Says you want to be a wrestler. I was like, hell yeah. And he's like, oh, well, it's going to cost this much and this much. And I was just like, oh, fuck.
Here.
Man, I can't afford that. My parents ain't going to give me that money. So I told him straight out, I'm like, you know what? When I can afford it, I'll come back. And he's like, you know what? Let's make a deal. Come back next week, help out, set up this chair, set up the ring and stuff like that. And then I'll train you.
Fuck yeah.
Started paying my dues ever since, and came back the next week, started doing that and just doing that for a while and falling more and more in love with the sport of lucha libre. And he finally asked me, he's like, you ready to come and train? And I was like, sure. They beat the fuck out of me that first day. That first day, I couldn't even walk the next day. I was just so fucking sore. I was hurting in muscles I didn't even know I had.
Now, were you just running from doing cardio, or were they beating you up?
No, not physically beating you up. It was the cardio that they put me through. It's super old school, 500 squats, 500 push-ups, 500 this, and it's like running laps around the whole entire marketplace, and then just rolls and rolls and rolls. And I'm just thinking to myself, man, when am I going to be able to do this cool stuff that I see?
Yeah.
Like, you don't learn this, you're not going to be able to learn that. So, it took me a month to come back.
Oh shit! After that
just
first
healing
time,
up.
Yeah, no, just well, not only that, but just thinking about, do I really want this? Do I really want this?
I remember when I found out what bodyweight squats were, and that this is what wrestlers do. You know what I mean? Like you hear, and it's like, all right, like let me see, like doing the fingertips to the ground, like squat there, and it's like, all right, I'm gonna see it, and you do, 3 or 4, and I was like, 500? Like, what do you mean I can't do 5? Like, what do you mean I'm supposed to do this all day? Like, that was, finding out about squats was the end of any thought I had that I could be a wrestler. When it's like, this is what you do, because I found that I was hearing, this is not just what you do this before and after. You got to be busting out squats all the time. And I was like, this is not for me. Like,
people think that, you see a bunch of buff guys and, I can run 2 hours on a treadmill, and I spend an hour and a half on the elliptical and whatever. Yeah, that helps for normal cardio. They don't understand that our cardio is so much different, because you're not just running in place. You're running, you're jumping, you're ducking, you're moving side to side, you're rolling, you're lifting, you're landing. It's totally different. And no matter how good you are in the gym or whatever, there's nothing like wrestling cardio. It's not the same.
Getting up off the ground sucks. Like all the time. Like no matter what, like getting up from a laying position to standing up is terrible.
When you were younger, oh man, you could hop up there to be no problem.
I can't imagine doing shit for, any kind of cardio for 15 minutes. And then it's like, all right, now I want you to fall down and stand back up about 10 times in a row while this dude's throwing punches at you. Boom, get up, eat another one. Boom, get up, eat another. It's like, I can't do that. So
Johnny's already tired just by sitting there watching this happen.
Describing it, I can't breathe already. So I can't imagine what it would be like to that. So yes, wrestling cardio is a completely different thing.
Different monster for sure.
We got Steve up in the chat. Steve said the first time he saw you was at UPW in Santa Ana, out there wrestling.
Oh, wow. Shout out to Steve, man. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. That's where I was out there with the prototype.
So UPW, yeah. We talk about UPW enough on this show, but you, John Cena, Samoa Joe, there was UPW was a powerhouse. There was a guy who I used to know that wrestled for them. Do you remember Psycho Matt Hall? Big
Matt
white
Hall.
Boy. What he was like.
I was surrounded by giants. I was like one of the only small guys there, so sure. I'm pretty sure I ran into him.
But it's like that was the first local wrestling that I ever knew about. Like I didn't need I had no idea outside of WWF, NWA that there was small companies running. I had no fucking clue. And then you see it, it's like, man, this is awesome.
Yeah, outside the home promotion where I started, I had no idea that there was other independent companies around here. And Martin, he would rent his rings out to a lot of the independent shows. So with paying dues, I would go and put up the ring, and UPW was one of the places that I got to go set up the ring at. And I happened to be messing around after we set up the rings. And I was back in that time when I had really good knees. I could springboard and jump around and just doing my thing. And they said, hey, they had asked Martin, hey, do you think your kid would want to be in a match tonight? Somebody no-showed. And he's like, yeah, throw him in there. And luckily I had my gear that day. And,
always bring your gear, right?
Always. Don't ever forget your gear. And I got to wrestle this. Man, you look at my size and then back in the day compared to this guy's dude, Mad Dog Mike Bell.
Sure.
He's one of the Bell brothers.
Monsters. Huge.
Humongous. And I was probably like 110 pounds soaking wet. Me thinking I'd put baby oil on, I'm like, yeah, I'm just as buff as this dude. But hell no. This dude was like 275. He was jacked. He was doing the dark matches in WWF at the time. And I'm like, let's do what we're going to do. And I knew I was going to get my ass handed to me, but there's opportunity,
Absolutely.
Just take the opportunity. And I was very fortunate enough to, he saw the stuff that I was doing before the show. And he gave me a chance. And he's like, let's do your stuff. Get your shit in.
Yeah.
And that really helped me out. And the office liked it. And they're like, hey, come back for another show. And then I just stuck with it, So
hell yeah.
Opportunity. Whenever opportunity knocks, you take it.
Like one of the best parts to me about wrestling, about coming up in wrestling is the setting up the ring, is this coming and setting up chairs and understanding the guts of this industry, like how it all works from the very beginning of setting up this ring. You understand how it works. And it's like coming from the tattoo industry. It's the same thing as being able to like work on your machines, like understanding how it, and there's people that don't know how to work any of their equipment. And it's like, that's not how this, like, you're supposed to be able to do it. You're supposed to know what, if you're going to fall in this ring, like, fucking build it. Like,
pretty much. Yeah, I believe that everybody should be able to know how to put up and take down a ring.
Absolutely.
You never know what's going to happen. As a matter of fact, I did a show in Pomona. The ropes broke in a match right before ours. And,
which rope?
I believe it was the top rope. And we were already in gear. As a matter of fact, we had set up the ring for that show. The ring had broke. We were in gear. We went out, took the rope off, and then switched the ropes. And
As you should.
And people were just like, why are these guys doing that? But we knew what to do,
Yeah.
And it's kind of, it sucks that this generation nowadays they don't get put through that type of stuff. At least in my school, I try to teach them the old school way. I put a lot of my students through that to continue to pay their dues. You should put up a ring, put up chairs, set up the lights and the DJ, and just know a little bit of everything, because you never know what people are going to need help with.
Makes a lot of sense. So everyone goes in there like, hey, one class and I'm going to be automatically signed to WWE, right?
Sure.
That's the assumption nowadays.
How do I do a 540? Show me how to do that. It's like, nah.
A lot of people can't even forward roll or three-quarter roll, and they're like, oh, but can you teach me how to do a backflip and stuff like that? And it doesn't work that way.
I'm going to teach you how to squat. That's all I'm going to teach you. And then I'm going to teach you how to run those ropes. And that's all I'm going to, like, you're not going to learn nothing. You're not going to learn any of this shit you think you're going to learn for a long time.
I'm going to beat your ass so hard, you're not going to want to come back.
Yeah.
Unless you do want to come back, then you got a problem. Then let's go ahead and let's fuck with that. So
Yeah.
that's what's up. Holy shit.
How long
man.
have you been teaching?
It's been for years now, but this, like, at my own official spot, it's right when the pandemic started.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
How do you like it?
It's been pretty cool. It feels dope to pass on the knowledge that I know on to the newer generation.
Sure.
For sure. Sometimes it's very frustrating. Some people get it, some people don't. A lot of excuses, but this and my back and my ankle, and you know what? If you want it, come get it.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. Quit making excuses. Just show up, bust your ass, and you're gonna get noticed one day.
That's right. It's so true. You got it, because those are all maybe you have legitimate reasons, and that's cool. Like, and your reasons are cool, and I understand that. But we're gonna be here training, and you're like,
you can't expect like, oh well, my ankle hurts. Let me take 3 weeks off and then jump right back in the class and
Sure.
take off right where you were. It doesn't happen that way. There's sometimes people think that we're dumb or we don't see what's going on. They kind of want to take the easy way out, but it doesn't happen that way. At least not through me, But I want everybody to earn their spot, and so far, I believe, in my opinion, I think I have some of the best students around right now.
hell yeah. I think I saw it was they were videoing practice with Khabib Nurmagomedov in Russia with all these other dudes, and he told this younger kid, he was like, look, man, you say you want it, and you say you want it, but sometimes you're not here Tuesday, sometimes you're not here Thursday, and he's like, and that's fine, you're welcome to come here and train with us and do all that stuff, but don't say that you want it as much as everybody else does when they're here every day. And you're like, you're welcome to participate at your own pace, but don't say you want it as much as these other fools do.
Exactly, because there's people that are, some of this, they think it's going to be a hobby. Some of them want it to turn into a career, They want to get signed, but if you're only coming in 1 day a week and busting your ass that one day, you're not going to get there faster than somebody that's there 3 days a week.
And they'll catch up. Like,
it's not going to happen.
Even if, because I've seen it in comedy where these people that start out, they're just naturally better than these other people that do it. But the hard workers are the ones that end up passing by everybody. Like that, there's no substitute for hard work. There just isn't.
I got a core group of guys right now. And being El Tequilero, Mike Check, Eddie Weiss, Angel Vega. And, those are the guys that I feel really comfortable with, putting my name out there giving them my stamp of approval to go work here, a lot of the promotions here in LA, Orange County, even in other states. But I'm telling my new students, it's like, I'm kind of tired of using the same 4 guys to push. I need you guys to step it up, because I need 4 more guys, or I need 10 more guys to be able to be like, you know what, these guys are ready. Use them on their show, But if you're only coming in 1 day a week, it's gonna take a lot longer.
Yeah, sure.
It looks like we got one of your students online. Shout out to Daniel right here on YouTube. He's Johnny earlier, he said he's always going to keep in mind to always keep his gear on.
Dude, always have your gear. That is something that I heard in whatever wrestling book that I read, whatever biography that I was reading. They're like, have your gear. That's when opportunities come up. The last thing you want to say is, fuck, I don't have my gear. And it's like, cool, man, because you could have wrestled tonight, but you don't have your fucking gear.
He's also trying to get some brownie points. I really appreciate having you as my trainer. Thank you for not judging your patience and your support.
We're looking for main eventers, man. Get in there.
Just do it, man. Just get it done. Show up. Put in the hard work. That's my problem with a lot of people nowadays. And I think it's just, I don't know, man. I'm starting to turn into that old motherfucker on the street that just waves his cane at everyone. But look, man, no one got to work good work ethic at all anymore.
When I start screaming about lazy people, I'm talking about myself. I hear me talking to me. Like, fool, you show up. You do it. I'm like, oh, yeah. I got to get myself pumped up, too.
Self-motivation, Johnny. We got this. We got to do it. It's the biggest difference, and that's what makes this show go every fucking Tuesday, along with all the other crazy projects I get involved with. Steve wants to know on the forum, how'd you get your name, LiL Cholo, or the gimmick, or that vibe? I mean, were you always a Cholo? Were you like even smaller and then became Lil?
You know what? During that time of when I had started to do the little small shows, I actually started with a mask.
Okay.
And it was kind of like a little homage to one of my other trainers. His name was Jorge Vega. He wrestled in Mexico under the name Láser, and here he wrestled under the name Adventure. And he had he looked like a futuristic Power Ranger type thing.
Sure, Adventure.
Yeah, and kind of a little homage to him. I took a little gimmick on the side, and I named myself Discovery. So when I said my goal was to team up with him and be like, adventure and discovery.
Hell yeah.
But honestly, I didn't like having the mask on. It was very constricting, and I didn't like it. It felt hot, and I couldn't see, and I just didn't like it. And I normally had always dressed in Dickies, long socks, and a white beater. That's how I was just walking around at the marketplace anyways. And one day, somebody didn't show up. And they said, hey, you're going to wrestle in the next match. And I said, all right, but I don't have any of my gear. And he's like, well, we'll get you some knee pads. You just wrestle like that. He's like, I'm like, nah, I can't do it without my mask. I feel weird. And he's like, nope, you ain't got no choice. And this is Martin talking to me, and he goes, I'm like, well, what are you going to name me? I can't go out there as Discovery. And he's like, well, and he looked at me from head to toe, and he goes, you look like a little Cholo, so that's what you're going to be. Little Cholo.
Nice.
That's so good.
That was pretty much it. And I just stuck with it ever since.
Well, now knowing that, what's the best place to get your white shirts and your Dickie shorts at, and your Cortezes? I mean, if we want to dress like a Cholo or keep repping, what's a good place to be picking up our swag from?
Official merchandise, you can actually hit me up on Instagram and stuff like that. You can pick up one of these.
Yeah, that's a good shirt too. That's such a good shirt,
dope, dude.
I got these
Strong
in tank
style.
tops. Yeah, I got these in tank tops for the summertime. But you know what? Just to go back a little bit. At that point in my life, I didn't. I was really close to joining my neighborhood, and it was either wrestling and the neighborhood.
Hell yeah!
And I kind of saw some crazy shit happen during that time, and it kind of made me take a step back and be like, "Do you really want this, or do you really want what you've dreamt of as a kid?" And I said, "Fuck it. I'm just gonna stick with wrestling."
That's what we do here.
And it's like I honestly think I made the right choice. And
Yes, you made the right choice.
I honestly think I made the right choice, because who knows where I'd be right now. Honestly.
Dude. Hell yeah. So this has been a discussion that we've been having, that because Dragon Lee is specifically who made me start thinking about it. Masks with trunks drives me nuts. Like, mask and long pants looks like how it's supposed to look. When people wear a mask and trunks, it drives me fucking crazy. It just looks so weird to me when they have short pants and a mask on. I don't know. I'm a fan of the traditional style mask and pants with
The
tall
thing that
boots.
throws me off is sometimes I'll see guys that wear kind of like a wrestling singlet type thing, but then they'll wear the sleeves.
Sure.
And it's like, why are you wearing sleeves if you got a singlet?
Yeah.
That throws me the fuck off. I don't know.
Maybe they're cold. They want their arms to be exposed. I don't know. Fucking weird people, man.
There's actually people watching. I'm surprised.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. God, man, how can you be surprised, man? You are loved. You have fans all over the place. I see you on a bunch of different flyers. I mean, you are out there.
What's up with Plaza de la Raza this Saturday?
Man, Plaza de la Raza. I'm been very fortunate enough to hook up with Mass Republic and my homie Antonio Pelayo, who's running La Bulla, and that's going to be happening this Saturday at Plaza de la Raza in East LA. They reached out to me, and as I've been getting into my older years in wrestling, I started dabbling in the backstage stuff. So I'm actually producing the show.
Hell yeah!
For La Bulla. This
Got
is actually
pencil.
my third year doing it for them, and that happens this Saturday.
Nice.
Plaza de la Raza.
Can we buy tickets anywhere?
Yes,
or?
you can. You can actually get it at La Bulla Events. I know I had it here. LaBullaEvents.com. That's where it is.
La Booyah.
So are these your students? Who's wrestling on this card?
We actually got we got three legends, as a matter of fact. We have Solar and Solar Jr.
Ooh.
And then Laredo Kid.
Oh hell yeah!
Yep. So that's gonna be pretty sick. That's Saturday. And then on where is it? On Friday night. Yes, it's actually my bad. It's I want to get this right. I don't want to. LaBullaEvent.com. That's where you can get tickets.
Event.
Yep.
We got Eddie Weiss in here, Drew Masters, all fucking giving you props in the chat.
Eddie Weiss, Drew Masters. Come on, my guys.
Yeah.
I will say I've been designing flyers for the Michelada Lucha Rumble and for Tacos and Lucha, and I've been throwing Eddie Weiss on a bunch of stuff, Mike Check on a bunch of stuff. I've been seeing a lot of your students come by. Definitely. I think who was it? Angel.
Yes.
I think I saw him wrestle one day with not with, but on the card over here in LA with Dirty Ron. He popped out of some like that Lucha Pro spot.
Oh yeah.
Saw him there.
They're getting out and about. I'm really happy with the group that's going out and about right now. They've been able to go up and down California. They made it out to Arizona, and a couple of them even went down to Mexico already too.
Hell yeah, that's what's
So
up.
now teaching and producing. Do you like now they're taking new roles? Is that something you ever saw yourself doing?
No, I didn't. But just throughout the years, just looking at my trainers do that and being on the road with them and seeing how they put together shows and stuff like that, I've just been taking little bits of here that I've seen that's worked and what hasn't worked, and kind of doing that on my own now. And I help produce, book / put together the shows for a company called VWE, Venue Wrestling Entertainment, in Orange County, and that's pretty much a project that I've been taking care of for the past almost 2 years now, and it's been pretty cool. It's been pretty cool. Stressful.
I'll bet.
Very
a completely
stressful.
different kind of stress.
Yeah.
Yes, because not only do I have to make sure my match goes well, I got to make sure the other matches go well. Putting the show together, just everything. It's not easy, and if anybody thinks they can try it, go for it. But it's an unneeded stress for sure.
All this stuff I tell people all the time, like this, because I would consider a life as a wrestler and that outlaw lifestyle, like outside of what everybody else is doing, and it's relatively easy in your 20s. Like it's easy in your 30s. Like let's keep it like. But can you keep it on? Can you keep going for like?
Try balancing it out with regular work, training, kids, wife, everything, family.
Yep.
Chores, stuff you got to do. You got to run errands and other family stuff,
This, I feel like that life, if you want to chase your dreams, if you want to do like that life, it asks you, it's only one question, but it asks you that question every fucking day when you wake up in the morning. And it's, are you tough enough? You tough enough today? You tough enough? And it's like, you just got to wake up every day and be like, yes, I'm tough enough, and I'll do it today, and hopefully I can do it again tomorrow too.
I wasn't feeling tough enough this morning because I woke up and I was like, ugh. I really don't want to move right now.
Yeah. Mic check up in this bitch too. We see you in the forum. Mic check. I've been seeing a lot of your. I've been designing a lot of flyers with him on it too. Yeah.
And it really does. We were talking about this earlier. Like it really, your stamp of approval in the local wrestling scene, like that means something. I knew Jack Cartwheel was someone that I knew that I needed to fuck with when I was seeing you tagging with him at multiple shows and bringing him and being like, yo, this is my dude, Jack Cartwheel. Like, it's like, all right, like, if LiL Cholo's, if he's got the stamp of approval, I'll have to start keeping my eye on this guy.
A lot of people think that I just go out throwing out that stamp, and it's not. I've learned from just past things that's happened. Like, I can't just throw my stamp on anybody. And when it's time, then you'll get it. But for those who have it right now, they got to just keep on hustling, because you can take that stamp away.
Sure.
It's just, you got to just put in that work. But Jack Cartwheel's definitely, he's got my stamp for sure.
Yeah, it means it. I swear to God, like when I saw it, the second time I saw you tag with him, I was like, oh, I guess this is serious. Like,
was that Lucha Vavoom?
No, that was the first time I saw you tag with him. Where were
Tacos and Lucha?
Tacos and Lucha.
Oh,
I saw,
yeah.
like right after that,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, he's really giving him the tour around Southern California.
Yeah.
By the way, that was an insane spot. If anyone who attended that Lucha Vavoom,
Where he dove off the balcony?
the second story balcony, this dude does a fucking backflip into the
No
crowd.
problem. His first Lucha Vavoom show. I'll show you what's up right now.
I had, like I tell everybody that I kind of recommend to go into Lucha Vavoom, I'm like, hey, you gotta stand out, and he's like, well, what do you mean? And I'm like, well, people have dived off that balcony and they've tried to do stuff off the speaker. And he's like, well, how do you feel if I dive off there? And I'm like, it's up to you. It's not me. And, if you want to stand out, why not do it on your first night? And he went out there and he killed it.
He killed it. Sure, that was so good.
I will say that was my first show recording for Lucha Vavoom. And shout out to everyone, that whole entire cast, crew, Liz. I mean, all the wrestlers, all the ring people. Dr. Maldá holding it down. I mean, just fuck, man. There's a lot of even you, Alex. You fucking drive me wild. Fuck.
Wait, and what's the
Shout
CMLL referee? What's that guy's name?
Platanito.
Platanito.
I don't understand how this motherfucker's still
Plátano,
alive, man. This dude like always looks like he breaks his ankle every single time
He's
jumps.
selling. He's out there selling, man.
I think it's the shot of whiskey that he drinks before. I'm not sure if it's whiskey or gin, but it's one of those two.
Imagine your 75-year-old grandpaps jumping off the top rope. And I'm talking about not just into the ring. I'm talking about out of the ring, which is already elevated. What is that, like 4 feet at least? Minimum?
Yeah.
And then plus the height? I don't know. Do you know what I don't know. I don't know
10.
wrestling math. You know how high that is?
By wrestling math, that's 30 feet.
Okay. That is 30,000 feet up in the air. Your grandpappy fucking jumps off and almost breaks his ankles. And he does this in and out a handful of shows.
Man, and you know, he's to the point where he doesn't even tell you anything anymore.
Hilarious.
He just does it.
Like, you know I'm gonna get my shit in.
When he sees an open window, he's just like,
he's like, I don't know when it's gonna.
lies.
He's like, I don't know when it's gonna come, but I know my moment's gonna come, and when it does, I'm gonna get it.
He's
Don't
gonna
you worry.
get his shit in.
It's like,
He
don't you
doesn't
think?
give a fuck.
Don't you think you get to go up to the top rope and jump off without me going up to the top rope and jumping off, man?
I remember watching him fly one time at a Michelada Rumble, and the photo is so graceful. It's just Sky, him with his fucking arms wide back open like he's soaring. Everyone's about to catch him. Like, that is just fucking poetry in motion.
It's funny how you mentioned that arms back soaring through the air. I try to tell my guys that no matter what, every time you do some type of dive, always open up, because when somebody takes a picture, that visual always sticks out. It happens, and everybody that does that and they actually take the picture of them doing that, I'm like, you see how beautiful that
man
looks?
is a master of his craft. You know, he's been up there doing that for 50 years. He knows how to do it.
He knows what's up.
Daniel says he's a legend. Eddie, having Grandpappy jump onto us is always wild as fuck.
I'll bet.
I mean, that's a lot of dead weight hitting you from like 30,000 feet. I mean, do you teach people how to catch people, or is it just, hey man, here comes a sack of potatoes? There's it's coming at you.
Sack of potatoes.
You fucking deal with it. Try not to aim for your head. I don't know. Like, what's protocol?
That's usually you learn that in wrestling school for sure. You know, one thing that I like to say is appearances are very deceiving when it comes to catching and stuff like that. You can be buff as hell. You can, I squat 777 pounds, and it's like, you can't catch a dude that weighs 100 pounds.
Yeah.
You know? Sometimes you see the guy come in and they duck, or they don't calculate where they need to be, and it's just, man, it's just weird situation sometimes.
It's for sure one of those things that when it goes right,
awesome.
It looks super, and it looks
Super
easy.
dope.
It looks that's the easiest thing in the world. And then it goes bad. It's like, oh shit, that looked. Wow, it looked bad. Like that must be harder than I thought. Because
that's why I like wrestling at Lucha Vavoom, because then you got like the 10 guys that are on the outside. A couple of my guys are getting in there now with Alex's group and stuff like that. So when you see a dive coming, you see all those black shirts at Lucha Vavoom. It's like, man, I got a nice pillow to land on for sure.
You know what? That makes a lot of sense. This explains everything about Alex. He's been hit in the head with too many bodies as he's catching people.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. Shout out to you, Alex. Wherever you're at.
Shout out to Alex.
He's over here hustling and bustling with the tacos and lucha.
Did you go to the last Tacos and Lucha like last week?
we did, and we were bummed.
Yeah, man. And if we knew that if Joseph was gonna be here, we would actually.
Yeah, we would have done another show on Monday and then gone, but we were supposed to have an interview on Tuesday.
Man, that show was dope. It was like super packed. Los Cadetes de Linares played. They played their concert during the show, and then we went out and killed it. This show was so dope. They were so like alive that night.
I just got the information for the next one, so I'm about to get started on the flyer. So, I mean, if it went well...
yeah, let's start planning.
We need to start pushing that up. By the way, there's a new ticket link on top of the the one we got for the West Coast. But I'm going to be throwing up all our tickets. I'm going to be throwing Tacos and Lucha. Then, even though it's a free event, but you guys can get free tickets for our episode 100. That's going to be coming up on September 30th in downtown LA.
Mal's Bar,
guys. It's going to be free. You can get
Spring
some free
Street.
tickets.
It's like 24th and Spring. Is that what it is? Did
I
remember that?
24th and Hill.
Oh, Hill.
Yeah. Well, it's actually, on Hill on 24th. Yeah. You guys can be going to link.bio/event tickets. Make it easy. Event tickets. So be on the lookout for that.
What are you guys doing this Friday?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Got a huge lucha show down in Orange County, Laguna Hills.
Oh, shit. Fancy.
RGR, Lucha Libre, RGR, Lucha Libre. Pentagon is going to be on the show.
I did hear about this match.
Psycho Clown,
That's right.
Villano Tercero. Me and my group of guys, a lot of guys from AAA are going to be on that show. Super huge show.
Dude.
If you go on to RGR or RGR Lucha Libre Facebook or Instagram, all the ticket information is there. And, that's going to be a huge show.
Guys, come out this Friday to get some Lucha Libre. Come on, Penta? Shit. You know that shit's going to be fucking awesome. Now you know that fucking Cholo's going to be there? Fuck. It's going to be a ride up in that bitch. Like, for real. Like, you guys are going to start stabbing motherfuckers left and right and shit.
And then we're opening the show, so we're going to start off hot.
Oh, hell yeah. That's right where you want to be.
Yeah.
The beginning.
Yep.
Setting the tone.
So now that you said you're later on careers, I mean, what's in your mind now? What's in the future for Little Cholo? I mean, you're gonna keep wrestling. I mean, are you trying to make it to certain companies? Are you trying to get noticed by that? Are you focused on just the school and the students? Like, what's kind of in the forefront for you?
You know what? I'm kind of taking it day by day.
Okay.
Kind of taking it day by day. The next goal I actually have is making it to 25 years, and that's next year.
Okay.
25 years. So that's the next goal. And then we'll see from there. I'm going to continue to do the backstage stuff and the school and just keep on pushing through and see how long.
25 years, that's real shit right there. Once you start hitting like those numbers, it's like, well, I'm here.
Yeah.
Like I've been, like it's like all I know how to reference is tattooing and wrestling. But seeing the people because I know there were people that were around when I started that aren't here no more.
Yeah.
They could, and they were better than other, but that longevity and being able to stick and being able to like still like love and not get burned out and hate the thing that you used to love and all stuff like that these are all lucky steps that you take not lucky, fortunate. These are fortunate steps you take along the way.
Trust me, we all get burnt out, There's been points in my career where I've wanted to throw in the towel, and it's very stressful, super stressful. When it starts to affect your health and stuff like that, then you start to think like, fuck, do I really want to continue to do this? People just don't understand sometimes, and they think that you're picking on them or you have some type of animosity towards them, and it's not even like that, It's just sometimes people just don't fucking get it. And it's got to be done a certain way because it just has to be.
Right.
And, there's been days where it's just like, you know what? Fuck this. I don't want this no more. But then it's like, I have to be here.
Sure.
It's like I think I was put on this earth to be doing what I'm doing right now.
Fuck yeah.
So
you just needed to blow some steam off, and now you cooled down. Now you're ready to come back at it.
I had to go eat some tacos and then
There
overthink
you
it.
go. Yeah. What's your favorite taco?
Asada.
Okay.
Asada.
You got like a favorite spot? Like, Super Steve's from out there, from Orange County. He claims there's not or does he claim there's only like one good?
Yeah,
I forget.
There's like one or two.
I don't know. Whatever I say is going to be wrong because obviously it's whatever it is. But tell us, is there like a dope ass taco spot out there that we should be knowing about?
My peeps know me. I'm a foodie.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Okay,
I am
good.
a foodie. So like,
This is the third thing we talk about here. So
Food, a lot of food.
I think we're gonna need another whole episode to talk about food.
Just the food. Fuck.
There's a few spots out there in Orange County. I like La Tapatia because it's open 24 hours right there off of Bristol and First Street. There's a lot of there's a birria place called Super Birria that's right there. It has some pretty good tacos. A couple trucks there as well. If you want a good torta though, if you guys really like tortas, there's a torta place called Tortas La Güera, and that's on Bristol and 17th Street. They post up there Tuesday through Saturday. Ask for La Torta Cubana.
Oh,
That
I love
shit's
me
so
those.
big you can't put it in your mouth.
They have the milanesa.
It's got milanesa, it's got weenie, it's got fried cheese.
What the fuck?
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
It's got all that shit. You can. It won't fit in your mouth.
Hell yeah.
It won't
See?
fit in your mouth.
That's what we do here, man. You find out about the good shit.
Sandwich so big can't fit in your mouth.
That's right.
I recently found a spot just driving around with me and the fam, a little industrial area, Thursday through Sundays. Mom and pop little restaurants kind of post up in that industrial area, along with food trucks. So like for like 2 blocks, it's nothing but just food, tacos, tortas. You got deep fried quesadillas. You got
Goddamn.
Oh man, it's crazy. That when I leave a show, especially if I'm in the area, I'll go there because I know they're open till at least
Sure.
12 or 1.
Nice.
So I'll go there and
That's such like a natural little thing that happened. Like this was an organized thing, just like
it
slowly
literally
built-
just happened.
organically like
asked
like
one
a
of the-
food carnival, you know?
Pretty much. I asked, or like a night market type
Night
thing.
market, exactly.
But yeah, it's just an industrial area. If you just drive by, you won't see it. You literally have to just like pay attention.
You gotta know.
You'll see a bunch of lights there, and I asked the lady like, "How did this happen?" And they're like, "Well, this person told this person, and then bam, you got like." No lie, you got at least 20 trucks there.
Holy shit.
You got at least another 20 mom and pop little stands is there, and
They
the
just
food-
created their own little food
It's the
empire.
best,
Like, hey man,
man.
we're just showing up here. I think there's something very similar to that off the here by off of PCH the 110 when you're about to merge on. They're like there's this giant parking lot, and then on the,
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
there's a bunch of vendors. I haven't stopped by, but I'm out. Shit, there's a shit ton of people.
That's right down the street from
Look
the
at
shop.
this. Look at this deep fried quesadilla.
Hell yeah.
Damn, dude, that looks like a fucking oversized empanada.
That is what
that-
it looks
Damn,
like.
bro.
that's
It looks like a
deep-
giant empanada.
That's a deep fried quesadilla from there.
Woo.
I'm telling you, I'm a foodie, bro. I have nothing but pictures of food on my phone.
My stomach just dropped right now. God damn. Jerry rigged Taco Rancho.
Taco Rancho on
on
Orange Stove.
Taco Rancho. Never heard of it, but I'll
see?
give it a try for sure. I'll definitely give it a try.
See, this is a two-way street. It's a conversation. We get the
There you go. There you go.
we get the suggestions back.
People let us know where to go grab the good tacos.
Hell yeah.
So now, with this coming up show, anything else kind of coming up down the pipeline that we should be kind of paying attention?
If you like I said, we got RGR this Friday. La Bulla. That if you guys never witnessed a lowrider show, art show, concert, lucha libre, that's gonna be the spot. You never know who's gonna show up there. We had David Arquette show up there not too long ago. Though, last
shit!
year.
Did he wrestle?
I think he was close to jumping in there, but it was, and then a lot of the artists that Antonio Pelayo knows, they're always coming through. So that show's gonna be cool. If you ain't got nothing to do this weekend, the following weekend, like I said, VWE in Orange County, and we have a new location at Represent headquarters. Represent is actually Nate Diaz's clothing line.
Sure.
Okay.
So it's going to be right there in his warehouse. It's going to be pretty cool.
Excellent.
We have a stacked card for that as well. There's a cage match.
Oh,
LAX 5150 versus our tag team champions, Angel Vega and Vito Fratelli. We got a 6-way scramble. It's got myself, B-Boy, Sandra Moon, Mike Check, Ray Rosas, and then a mystery opponent. It's a stacked, pretty good show. If you want tickets for that too, you go to VWEstore.com and you can find that there.
How do you get a cage? Like a ring is one thing, you know what I mean? Like a wrestling ring is one, but how do you have a cage built? Is there a? Can you
That's
get them
one-
on high spots? Like I don't understand.
That's one of my stresses right there. That's But we were able to come through. We're gonna have a cage match that night. So if you've never witnessed a cage match in person, that's gonna be the one to go
Holy
to.
shit! People gonna get hurt, guys.
Yeah.
Gotta come out, get your tickets. Fucking entertainment. There's gonna be blood.
Not mine.
Not yours?
Not mine.
Okay.
How did you guys end up hooking up with Represent?
Through the owner. He's actually we had met each other online and talked, and he had seen me on Lucha Underground, and
What
we
a great show!
You liked it? I
Yeah.
miss it. I miss it so
It's-
much.
It like taking it into like seasons and like structure, like how bringing like telenovela stuff. It was just fuck.
It was different.
It's different. It was
Different.
different, and it was the kind of thing that like non-wrestling fans could watch and be like, what the fuck, like this is super interesting. You know,
Everybody that didn't know what I did, I would turn them on to that. And they were like, that's not just an average wrestling show. No,
It's
not
like,
at all.
oh, fuck
It was a
no.
TV show that had wrestling in it.
right, TV show about a wrestling show. you know?
Yep. And that was what made it cool. And, man, I miss that thing.
Yeah. And Boyle Heights, too. Like, man.
Did you guys ever go to a taping?
No. Every time I found out about it, I found out, hey, we're going today. It's like, well, don't tell me today. Well, how come you did? Well, where was I at when you were getting tickets? Like, where was I then?
Tickets were a crazy situation during that time. So, a lot of people had that situation. Well, we got an extra ticket. Well, I got plans. And, well.
Oh, I would have gone. They just telling me, hey, we're going. Not, I have a ticket. Do you want to go? Just, hey, we're going. It's like, all right, well, where's my fucking ticket?
That's how I felt this past week for WrestleMania tickets. I don't know, it was a launch party that you could have got free tickets for and go hang out. Like,
Yeah.
And I saw that, like, oh, there's a bunch of wrestling dudes that, oh, you motherfuckers.
Bastards.
Thanks for the heads up.
So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're good.
Hooking up with the Represent people.
No,
too.
but yeah, we met through that thing, and we just started talking online, and I'm a fan of their clothing. The clothing is really dope there.
Yeah.
If you don't believe me, that's why we're Represent here. Just check out the website, representltd.com, and the clothes is pretty dope, nice and comfortable. They have these type of shirts, and that's not just MMA related, but it's pretty cool. It's a pretty good
I
thing.
have a good friend of mine lives in Lodi. He rolls with all that NDA and like.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
that's what. I go to the connection.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, that show's gonna be dope. It's nice, spacious area that we're gonna be in compared to where we were at right normally. So that's why we did the move, and it's just gonna be a nice, comfortable show. It's gonna be outdoors, and it's gonna be pretty cool. We got a really good backdrop of the city in the background. So
Hell yeah.
should
Sounds
be pretty
romantic. Take all your romantic dates there. Get some.
Let's get
fun.
some
Romantic.
blood.
When you see in the background, there's gonna be a cage and some dudes
Yeah.
flying off. There,
That really, like, if that really is a line, if at not Lucha Underground, Lucha Vavoom is really the beginning point where I see like people on dates and they'll go to Lucha Vavoom and watching the crowd. And if you see like their date is having a good time, or you hear them talking and they have no idea what wrestling is, and then by the end they're like, "Well, that was awesome!" And it's like, man,
You know what I really want to pitch to Liz is I think Lucha Vavoom, I know it's probably going to be a no, but I might as well just do it. I wouldn't mind seeing a cage match at Lucha Vavoom.
cage match would be cool.
It's
man.
never been done, but I think it being another element to their, is going to trip everybody the fuck out.
A cage match is a spectacle.
It is.
And that Lucha Vavoom is a spectacle,
And just being in that venue, and I think just the way they would be dressed up there, the lights and everything, and just look, I think it'd be pretty dope. I'm going to bring it up, and we'll see what happens.
The beautiful thing is that place, that infrastructure is a beautiful theater, and they have the mechanisms to raise a cage. So it is definitely possible.
When they that raising the ball, I was like, this is like a real place. That's what I always think when you see like the dancers like get lowered. I was like, there's like real shit going on here.
The mine is dope. It's so dope.
So cool. And like, yeah, I think
The
a cage
parking
match.
is fucked up, but
Right now, yeah.
Since they destroyed the parking lot, the one that was right next door, that was where I would park all the time. And now it's just a bunch of big construction site, and I'm sure they're not building more parking. They're building something terrible there. Like I want
probably going to be apartments or something like that.
right. And I
Probably.
need something that'll take up more of the parking.
Man.
Do you have any of your stuff online that we can kind of go look? I know we're talking about like live shows, but for people who are like really intrigued to see your career, or do you have any of your stuff documented at all?
I do have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/Little Cholo 1503. That's LittleCholo 1503.
And what's on there? Like, is it just past matches, or do you actually have like skit comedies, or you have a show up there, or?
It's mostly matches. A lot of the videos that I put out there, I didn't really. When I started the YouTube channel, I didn't have any footage. Now it's just getting footage. Like I recently asked you for, just trying to get my stuff out there, because if you don't promote yourself, nobody's gonna promote
Sure.
you. Plain and simple. And just doing that, just getting my stuff out there. A buddy of mine did a little mini docu-series on me. That's on there as well. It's called Mi Vida Lucha. And
Hell yeah.
It's there's 2 episodes on there. We haven't done the 3rd episode yet, but hopefully coming pretty soon.
Oh, that's wild, dude. I have a match from yours. I think that Jack Hartwell one. So I'll make sure.
I'd love to have that.
I'll make sure to get that to you.
Please,
Yeah.
please.
We'll
Got
get
Mike
that.
Check up here. It's threatening you.
Uh-oh. Ah, shit. He's calling you out, bro? Like, I thought you wanted his approval. What the fuck?
As,
Cage match. Let's go.
he said he got you in the scramble, man. He's coming.
The scramble first.
He's coming for you in the scramble.
You ain't doing shit.
Damn. My chick's gonna get his ass
That's
whooped.
going to be the cage match, man. You better watch out. You're going to get caught in a cage.
Oh, we're caught up reading all these fucking notes right now.
Yeah,
Shit,
so they got all
sorry.
kinds of things going on.
Shout out to Steve. He couldn't make it in today. We appreciate him logging
Being
in.
active in the chat.
That's right. Could have easily had called in at any point on our number at 909-475-7449.
I'm really surprised nobody called in. I thought that was gonna get
The
some
number's
type
been
of
up, guys. What the
Mario
fuck?
probably has the phone line probably hasn't been open.
No,
There's
I
probably
made sure
people
that it's
calling.
been open.
But there's been plenty of times in the past that people have tried to call the entire time and the line was just not on.
not lying.
I bet you like everybody's like, should I call? Should I not call? Should I call?
Yeah.
Hey guys, if you guys want to call in, now's the time.
Now's the
909.
time. We're coming to the home stretch.
475-7449. You don't got balls to call in for little
shit.
Cholo. Where you at, Mike?
I was like, I know who's gonna call. The only one threatening violence in the chat. That's gonna be on the line.
Mike isn't man enough to call in at 909-475-7449 where you can talk to Cholo direct.
So who's your favorite luchador all time?
Rey Mysterio.
Ray, I would say it's still Ray all the time. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, ever since I was a little kid, just from seeing him that with his size, and I'm like, man, if he could do it, I can do it.
He really changed everything.
He revolutionized the world of wrestling, and my ultimate bucket list was either to wrestle against or with him, and I was very fortunate enough to do both.
No shit.
Yeah,
How'd that go?
speechless. I was speechless.
Where'd you wrestle with him at?
The very first time was Lucha Underground.
Oh, that you
Yep.
are fucking correct. Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Caller, you're on the West Coast.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Super Steve.
Oh, what up, man?
Woo, Super Steve Flores. What's up, man?
What's going on, guys? Sorry I couldn't make it in there, but little Cholo, I remember you at UPW in Santana handling it out there, bro. That's the first time I ever saw you wrestle, and I would have loved to have been in the studio with you tonight. But I also appreciate you coming out to the Michelada Lucha Rumble, and you guys have been an awesome addition to our event as well.
Oh man, thank you. Appreciate that. That means a lot, for real.
So yeah, man, I remember seeing you out there. It was a really small dude. You still had big dudes like the Prototype. You had Samoa Joe, and you were out there handling it, coming off the top ropes. It was an awesome time for me going to that venue and really checking out all the Lucha Libre out there, and having something in your backyard that you can go to, and with really great talent all the way around was awesome, man. We did not miss a match at the Galaxy right there. It was awesome to see you guys.
Gracias. That means a lot, for real. Yeah, it was a fun time for sure. Got to chop it up with all those guys, those monsters at the time.
Do you keep in touch with any of those guys? How does it feel to have been in the ring, and not only that, but just wrestling with those guys and now seeing their success and where they've gone?
You know what? Our paths have gone different ways, but when we do see each other, there's still a connection there. The very last time that I had seen Cena, he remembered who I was, and we were actually one show away from wrestling each other. He would tell me at all the shows after that match that I had with Mad Dog Mike Bell, he was telling me, "Hey, we got to get in the ring." I'm like, "Hey, you got the pull,
Yeah,
to make
you
it
tell me."
happen." And he kept on, and every match that would have, he's like, "Man, you're killing it. Let's have a match. Let's do it."
Right.
And I think it was going to happen at one of the shows, and he ended up getting signed. He got signed, and that was it. So, I'm very happy that he's got all
Gone
the
on to be
success.
John Cena.
Yeah, pretty much.
I will say this, man. At UPW at the time, you were one of the fan favorites, even over the Prototype. for sure.
Oh man, thank you. I'm glad that you saw it. A lot of people they beg to differ, but I appreciate that for real.
Yeah, man, definitely. They're definitely representing the area, and even talking about the Anaheim indoor. I was born in Anaheim, and I remember going there as well and checking out the Lucha Libre and hanging out and buying some stuff and checking all that out there. It's amazing.
I still
it's
go
good
there.
To see someone. It's good to see someone in your own backyard still handling it, and not only there's different layers of success. You know what I'm saying? And for you to be able to pass on your knowledge to other wrestlers, guys that have the same dream that you have, the dream to become a successful luchador. Success is not only on the heights that you make, but the heights that you help create. So applaud to you and taking that knowledge and really helping other people reach their goals and dreams.
No, thank you. Gracias, carnal. Appreciate it.
It's crazy how it's not just wrestling, but it is something specific to wrestling where you're you're measured at the end by what you gave back, not even like what you did. It's like, how many sons does he have out there? How many grandsons does he have? How much did he give back to this thing that gave to you? So fucking
just trying. I think that's the least I could do,
Sure.
Is just try to put out there as much talent as possible, good talent.
That know the stuff, that know the old school shit.
Yep, pretty much.
Hell yeah.
No, definitely. It's always great to see people out there that don't keep the knowledge to themselves and are willing to share it and push others to success. And that's the one thing we do on the West Coast. We always try to uphold, and we always try to promote people that are out there pushing it, doing it, and giving back. And thank you for giving back to that next generation of luchadores that are not only coming out to our events at the Michelada Rumble, but at Tacos and Lucha, and we're seeing a new generation. And just make sure one thing: when they wear a mask, they wear pants, not shorts. Right?
No problem.
Right.
I agree with you 100%.
So thank you very much, and I'll let you guys continue. And I'm watching, and gracias for coming out. I really appreciate it. Hopefully, we can have you back out when I'm there as well.
Hell
and
yeah.
Maybe some students as well, so they can talk about their experiences. And if you can, we'd like to have you out at the 100th show, and have you out there hanging out with us if possible. But if not, we'll see you at La Bulla this Saturday.
Ooh, yeah. All right,
Friday
cool.
night.
Go.
Remember, guys, cero miedo. Little Cholo in the house.
All right, Steve.
All right,
Later,
Steve.
dude.
There we go. Fuck, man. Hell yeah. Like you said, man, you've been coming up. I mean, you're a fan favorite everywhere you go. I hear the chants at Lucha Vavoom. I mean, for those that have never been there, you see everyone chatting, Cholo, Cholo.
They fucking love you there.
You know what? That feels dope.
Yeah,
There's no words I can describe that at all. Like, some people are like, what does that feel like? And it's like, you just speechless.
Like, sorry, man, if you haven't done it, I can't explain it to you.
No, man.
Yeah.
It's just, when everybody has their own choice. They cheer for who they want, but when you hear that roar and it's just continuous Cholo, it just makes you feel good.
All right, I think we're in trouble now.
Caller, you're on the West Coast.
Yo, this is Mike Check.
Oh, Mike Check talking all that shit online. What's up, Mike Check? How you doing
I
today?
was talking all that shit. Hey,
You were
I'm calling in.
I guess you never learned that lesson of respecting your elders.
Oh,
No,
shit.
look. That's what I'm calling in for. I was like, I'm talking all that shit, but Cholo is my trainer. Y'all gotta realize.
I was just
Cholo
worried.
is my trainer. I just wanted to call in just to give him all the accolades.
See, he's called to give him flowers, man.
There
He's
we
called
go,
to give
see?
him flowers. See, that's
Yeah.
way better.
All the
Right.
flowers and then talk
Flowers.
shit after.
Yeah.
Look, I'm only able to talk shit because of Cholo.
Oh, shit. That's right. You got the skills to back it up.
I got the skills due
Right.
to Cholo. Let's make that very clear.
How long?
So Cholo is golden all day.
How long have you been training with Cholo?
It's about 2 years now.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
You put
2
in some
years.
time. You put in
2
some
years
time.
training with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
How
And
long
I
did?
have everything that I do in the ring is due to Cholo's training.
Remember, it's wide arms when you jump.
Pull back, baby.
Spread
Pull
out
back.
when you jump.
He knows
those
that
arms.
tip work.
Spread
He
those
knows that
arms.
tip work.
Yeah.
Do you
it's
remember?
for the picture.
Do you have a special match already, like that you've done that stands out of anything that you knew that only happened because of Cholo's training or the things that you learned from him?
I mean, we can go with the recent one. Even though that I lost my title, my VWE Heavyweight Championship, due to Cholo's training, I had one of the best matches I've ever had with Judiz just recently at Venue Mania, VWE.
Hell yeah.
I will say I've done some filming for Compton Mania where I saw Judiz perform, and that dude is something fucking else. So I get around this little independent wrestling scene, and there's a whole bunch of fucking wrestlers coming up everywhere. And I've seen you, Mike, fucking throw it down too, so I can see how and why you talk highly of Cholo. Because yeah, man, you see it in the wrestling. And sorry to hear about the loss, but look how positive he sounds.
That's right.
Look how positive he sounds.
Absolutely.
He's gonna learn from this. You're gonna take this negative into a positive, and then
Get them belts.
get them belts. Be the belt collector you are sought out to be, sir.
That's all. You know.
And the only reason I take the risk that I do is because Cholo assisted me with making that happen.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
I'm a 38-year-old man and my bones hurt.
Holy shit, man! You're 38. I thought you were way younger
I
than that.
am fucking 38.
Damn.
Oh, trust me. He says that shit all the time.
He'll let you know.
Oh, he lets everybody know.
Damn.
The day after or the day after a show, he's like, "Man, I'm fucking 38."
I know. I know I'm only 40, but my body feels like it's at least 95.
Yeah.
Like it feels like shit most of the time.
Then
Absolutely.
I won't even talk about my knees then, because they're up there in
I
age.
bet.
It's a good thing that he's staying positive after this loss or whatever. But going into this 6-way scramble, he's got a lot on his plate. He's in there with ring. He's going to be in the ring with a bunch of guys he hasn't been against, because
Sure.
we've teamed up together, never against.
Ooh, it's coming.
And you know what? I may have taught you a lot of things, Mike Check, but I didn't teach you everything.
Oh, shit. He taught you everything you know, not everything he knows.
Exactly.
Hey,
So
that's
come-
all
so-
fine and dandy because I've learned some other things outside of you.
Oh, shit.
You're going to be real surprised on what happened.
And that's probably
August 27th, that summer night.
and that's probably why you ended up losing the title, because you learned from the stuff you learned on the outside.
Shit.
Oh, you guys got the
You got the prices right.
Shut me the fuck up.
You got the prices right thing, man. You
That's
might as well
right.
just shut up right now.
You already lost.
It's all right, but we got to go out and see this 6-way scramble with everyone. Where do we go get tickets for that again?
VWEstore.com.
Hell yeah.
Guys, come out. Mike, thank you
What's
for
up,
calling
Loco?
in.
What's up, Mariachi Loco?
Yes, I'm outro. I just wanted to chime in and just say Cholo's amazing. That's
All
all
right,
I
Yeah,
got to
Mike.
say.
Appreciate
Thanks,
it. Thank
dude.
you, sir.
All right, later, guys.
Later.
Keeping it local, we see him. Mariachi Loco, you were tag teams for a little while with him. Keeping it, Lucha Homies. Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. Yeah.
Now, more than a little while. We were out there for, we were doing our things for close to 3 years. Stuff happens, after the pandemic or whatever, and we took a little break from the tag team, but that doesn't mean that, we won't meet again,
Sure. Right.
And we're just enjoying our time, doing our own things right now, but hopefully here pretty soon, Lucha Homies can always get back together again.
We had Mariachi Loco on the show.
Yeah, he's also a fan favorite out the
Yeah.
Michelada Lucha Rumble. He gets everyone going. He starts swinging them hips and get all the ladies hypnotized,
There you go.
stigmatized. Like he does what he needs to do. So,
Yes.
Michelada Lucha Rumble is one of my favorite places to go get all kinds of entertainment. I mean, at a low, reasonable fucking ticket price, but
Yeah.
you get amazing wrestlers that throw it down for you every single time there's a show. There's going to be an upcoming one in Phoenix, guys, so we know we're going to get some Lucha Libre out in Phoenix, so be on the lookout. I think November 11th. I might
Something
the
like
wrong date, or maybe, I don't know. My apologies, Steve. But you guys need to go to MicheladaRumble.com. There we
There
go.
you go.
And you get your tickets right there. But, I mean, fuck, man, the boys and girls that go out and perform out in the sun in front of everyone.
Especially in Arizona. Shit.
Yeah.
You can come out extra crispy on that shit.
When we just did Santa Anita, we were roasting in that sun. I could just
I'll
imagine
bet.
out there.
Fucking Arizona, that's a whole nother different. They have a different sun there. It's not
Man,
it's not the same as our
No,
sun.
it's not.
And if they have a vinyl canvas like they wrestle on,
Oh, shit.
man, I feel
That's fucking skin burn, sunburn.
Yes.
Keeping it loco. Love you, Cholo. Lucha homies for life.
Life.
Hell
D Rotten
yeah.
from the Dungeon Podcast wants to know you're a fuck Conan.
No, never wrestled Conan physically.
Oh shit.
Physically, no.
Mentally, you fought him a bunch of times.
In his mind.
Verbally, maybe.
Sure.
Verbally, maybe, but that's for another episode.
Oh, shit. How come D always knows? Like he'll just come with an arrow. Like, hey, look, what about this? And it's like, oh, that's right where we shouldn't be touching.
Because D's a fucking wrestling fan all the way from New
Sure.
Jersey, holding it down in the D's Coast. Thank you. And by the way, it's like 3 hours into the future, so it's way past his bedtime. It's like fucking like 12 midnight, like
Oh, yeah,
two
he's up
weeks
late,
from
man.
now. So, hell yeah, D. Thanks for fucking chiming in right at that.
I'll give you a little bit of that Conan.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Back in the day when I was a lot younger, we did a show in Tijuana, and that was back in the time when he started dressing around in like the dickies and the flannel, and
which
stuff
was
like
not
that.
his deal.
It was not his
it was
deal.
not his deal at all.
So back in that time, we were doing our thing, and I'm looking at him, and I'm like, look at this fucking lame right here, you know? I was like, why is he biting our style, you know? And at the time, LiL Cholo, who was my bigger tag team partner, was with me, and we were just talking mad shit. This was in Tijuana at the Auditorio.
Oh shit.
And we were just talking mad shit. Look at this fucking fake, and look at this, and we were just talking shit. We were hot because we saw what he was doing, and it's like that's not him.
Right.
Not knowing that his family was sitting right next to us.
Oh shit.
No way.
So I believe if it was one of his kids and his wife, we ended up going backstage, and then like the lady, I guess it was his wife, told him that we were talking shit, and that kind of we didn't really say anything that night, but we met at another show after, and he's like, hey, so I heard you were talking shit, and it was a while had passed, so I kind of I realized that it was just we were just talking shit, and he was doing his thing, and we were gonna do ours. It was totally different, and I was just like, fuck it, and I told him straight out. I was like, I was younger, I didn't really know what I was talking about, and my bad, just you do your thing, I do mine.
Yeah,
but,
I was just talking shit, man.
Just talking shit, and everything was cool after that. But it's all I can say is we're cordial.
No, fair enough.
That's about it.
I mean, that's all you need to be, right?
That's
I mean,
right.
you don't need everyone to be your fucking friend. Just be
The
cool.
only thing that's real is the miles and the money, man. That's it.
Miles and money. Do you get to go out to TJ and still do stuff out there, or
It's been a minute. It's
Okay.
been a minute. Yeah. They're always. I'm always getting hit up, whether it be the Crash or some other, Promociones Cholo de Tijuana. There's been a lot of promotions that have reached out to me. The only thing is that I'm usually booked by the time that they always ask me.
Got it?
So
Timing's got to be right.
timing's got to be right. But I'm pretty sure eventually I'll go out there. I'll make my way back out to Mexico City as well. So
How was the vibe when you go out there, coming from here, especially having that Cholo?
different.
Yeah.
Different. They look at me weird. They're definitely looking at me weird, like this fool's wearing Dickies and socks. Like, what the hell? But then they, that's usually the stereotype,
Sure.
and they look at me and it's like, what, like, is he's a wrestler? Nah. And I'll go to shows and the people have never seen me before. They'll see me come out. I've heard people who are in gangs or whatever who happen to go to shows, they'll see me come out and they'll laugh. And they'll be like, this fool, fuck this fool, blah, 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 blah. But they sit around, they watch, and then they see me do my thing. And then by the end of the match, they're like,
This fool.
This fool.
they show me a different type of respect after,
Yeah.
And it's cool. People are going to talk shit. Maybe I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but in the end, I try to earn everybody's respect, and that's usually what happens.
You talked about your size earlier and kind of tying into this. Right, you're not as big as a bunch of these other fucking
Monsters.
monster wrestlers, but fuck, bro, when I watch you perform and your power slam comes out, Holy shit. And then, now, really getting to, like, because I don't think I've seen you walk by, but, like, in the midst of, like, all this Lucha Vavoom, but I never really got to, like, sit down in front. You're not a big dude.
No.
And then just to see you pick someone up and, like, power slam a motherfucker, like, holy shit, man. Like, that is definitely, and with grace.
Yeah.
With fucking grace, dude. I'm like, God damn, dude, like, this guy can do it, I can do it. No, not really. Holy shit, dude. It's been one wild ride, and I just know that after tonight, we need you fucking back in to let us know about the new upcoming wrestlers, to let us know if you picked another 4 to avenge and help out the other 4 that are out there now, and let us know if you're gonna kick fucking Mike Check's ass at all.
There's a few prospects right now that are looking pretty good.
You want to give them the stamp, you throw them our way too. We'll have them on. We'll bring them in here.
And the stamp it's out, but it hasn't been laid down yet. But I definitely got to send a shout out to the crew over there at my House of Lucha. Send a shout out to Nikki Guns, Sandra, Freddie, Eddie Weiss, Mike Check, Angel Vega, Drowsy, Dalton, Anthony, Luna. There's the list goes on. It's a good group of people. It's a good group of guys and girls, and it's pretty cool. And just want to send a shout out to them.
Hell yeah. Kimberly out there likes your hat, by the way, so she wants to shout out to your hat.
Thank you. Go to representltd.com and pick one up.
Thank you so much, LiL Cholo, for hanging out, spreading some knowledge, some awareness. I'm glad our schedules were lined up, and I mean, it was really fun to get to talk to you and kind of figure out what LiL Cholo's really about. And I don't know, it brings a little bit more context when I do watch you perform now. Like, now I know a little bit about the man behind the wrestler.
That's right.
He's still a fucking cholo. Like, yeah, fucking cholo. So that's what's up, man. Make sure you guys get your tickets. There's a handful of shows. Let us know once again, one more time. Where do we go?
RGR, Lucha Libre, this Friday, this Saturday, East LA, La Bulla at labullaevents.com. And then August 27th, VWE in Fullerton, Summer Nights, VWEstore.com. Social medias, you can look for me mostly on Instagram under Little Cholo 01, and then on Facebook under Junior Cholo, JR Cholo. And you can also subscribe, like, share my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Little Cholo 1503.
Damn.
That's like a fucking professional.
That's right. Hey, fuck that LiL Cholo that has the one that you had to get 01. Fuck that guy. What the fuck, bro?
Exactly.
You ain't LiL Cholo.
Yeah, you should have put the underscore after that or some shit. No. Fuck, man. Remember to check out the West Coast Pop Lock Podcast live every Tuesday night. Steve normally does this. I don't normally have this.
We're on Facebook and Twitch.
Yeah.
And YouTube.
But guess what? I'm doing that whole link thing where you guys can get
it's all the same.
Link.bio/WCPP. We make this fucking thing super easy. Man. And shout out to, we're part of that familia with My Grito Industries. We saw you in the chat earlier, Oscar. He actually said, if you stay ready, you're always ready.
Damn, man, that player pimp from Pomona.
That's
Sugar
right. Free.
Let me know. I learned that at the Michelada Rumble.
Get that shit. Once again, guys.
Also, Wednesdays, 8 a.m., 4 p.m. on a local music experience.
That's right.
After Fuck Talk.
Fuck talk.
Well, that's not what they call it, but that's what I call it.
Oh, gotcha.
I mean?
By the way, he loved that fucking title, by the way. He totally steal that shit.
I was like, that's what it is.
I got to send a quick shout out to SNA Video News. Mario, what's up, man?
What up?
What's up, Mario? Got another Mario right here. Hell yeah.
That's your tocayo right there.
Ooh,
right.
Tocayo. On that note, we out. Hold on.
Later.
I think I have a button right here. Yeah.
The #1 live show in the world, West Coast Poplock Podcast. Coming to you from PigzStudios in Compton, California. Featuring radio personality Super Steve Flores. Comedian extraordinaire, that dude Johnny C. And Mr. I'll Do Anything for a Buck, Mario 81. So throw your dubs in the air and let's get ready to pop lock.